Just a couple miles outside Lansing, Iowa, you'll find a little church and a handful of its parishioners, up early on a summer day to remember one of their own.
No, he was a man that had to be in working.
The sons Leo Manning left behind remember their father fondly, as a man who couldn't put down the shovel.
When there was work to be done, he had to be right in it.
I couldn't say enough good about him.
Leo's best friend, Carl Malarkey, is here today too.
Just treated me like a brother.
When loved ones like Leo are lost, the close-knit community that makes up the Immaculate Conception Church remembers them in a unique way.
Well, they got to be 37 inches wide, and I think it's 7 foot long and 6 foot deep.
Every parishioner's final resting place is dug by their friends and family, by hand.
That's just the way we are down here. When somebody passes away from the parish, we do the grave digging. And
every one of these has been dug by hand.
They've all been hand dug here?
Oh yeah, and they were all dead when we buried them too.
Carl has served his church on the cemetery board for the better part of a century, first learning to dig graves as a child at his father's side.
I've been at it since I was 8 years old. We used to dig them in the night when it was hot in the summertime.
For decades, his best friend Leo was at his side to help.
He was on there 40 years with me. He cried when the priest told him he was done. I did too.
Digging a grave isn't an easy task.
There was a couple times they had to get a jackhammer to get deep enough.
Sometimes you hit stone or frozen ground during the winter. If you've been digging graves as long as Carl has, sometimes you hit memories too.
That's the one trouble with being on the cemetery board. You bury a lot of your friends.
Carl doesn't do too much of the heavy lifting today, but he's here to help anyway. Because in this little corner of the country, when you lose someone special like Leo, you're there to see them off.
If you got a good friend like that, take care of him.
In the town of Wexford, Leah Linscheid, News 8.